Every single channel, though, that posts about controversial topics at one point or another ends up saying ultimately that YouTube didn't send out the notifications. Now, so are you a YouTube content creator that posts about the WNBA or politics or any other controversial topic that YouTube may want to subsequently stifle when it comes to distribution? Now, I wanted to make this video as part of my 25 days of funnelmas because one of the things that I have found, because I have been absolutely obsessed with the WNBA because it's just been a hot dumpster fire mess. It's so much fun to watch because it's just a hot mess. But I've also enjoyed watching Caitlin Clark play basketball, and she's an amazing player. But one of the things about all of the podcasts that I listen to, like the Adrienne Ross Show, Black and White Sports, Chick Stig Scars, Come On Now, and even, the guy that calls a spade. I'm so sorry, I forget your podcast. I know he has homegrown media though. But one of the things that I've always heard throughout kind of every single channel in one reason or another was everybody at one point says, yeah, I just don't know, like YouTube isn't sending out the notifications. They've all said it at one point or another. Now, they haven't all said it at the same time. It's not like 1 week, nobody sends out notifications. Every single channel, though, that posts about controversial topics at one point or another ends up saying ultimately that YouTube didn't send out the notifications. Now, on this channel, we are doing the 25 days of funnelmas. Now, whether or not you celebrate Christmas, you may as well get the benefits from it. And in this video, because I'm a business technical architect, I can tell you that there is no way to control what YouTube does or does not do with notifications. And so I wanted to make this video just to explain a very simple concept and then explain how all of these podcasts can actually transition from using YouTube as traffic that you rent into traffic that you own. So when you post a new video, you can directly send a message to that person, and you don't have to wait for YouTube to tell someone that you've posted a new video. Now, of course, they are not going to come in the form of notifications as default on the platform, but at the end of the day, if you're going to collect your subscribers' emails, then you're going to have direct contact and access to the people that you know want to watch your content. And you don't leave it up to YouTube to decide. So to understand this, let's go over this one concept, which is the difference between traffic you rent, traffic you buy, and traffic you own. Now, simply put, traffic you rent is every subscriber you have on your YouTube channel. Ultimately, you do not own that content, because if say for some reason your YouTube channel was shut down tomorrow, then all of those subscribers would go away and you would have no way to reach them and tell them what happened. There is the second bucket, which is traffic that you buy, meaning if you promote your videos through a YouTube ad or any other platform ad that drives, views, sales, clicks, yada, 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 then that is traffic that you buy, but ultimately still not traffic that you own. And traffic that you own means that you have a person's email address, you have direct contact with them, and they are open to receiving information from you and your business. Now, if you're running something like a podcast, then of course you'd want to be able to send out notifications every time that you post a new video, or say you wanted to give people a heads up because you're going to go live at a certain point, or you wanted to give somebody a reminder about an hour before to be like, hey, just letting you know that we are going to go live in an hour. So what that means is you need to convert your YouTube subscribers from traffic you rent into traffic you own. Now, there are a few simple ways to do this. The main one being that at the end of your video, you would say, hey, sign up for, say, my newsletter. And newsletters kind of sound a little bit, businessy and professional. For a podcast or a YouTube channel, it's kind of not aligned with the vibe. And so not necessarily a newsletter. However, you would be sending them an email. Ultimately, what that means, you'd be sending them an email, linking your video and letting everybody know what videos you have coming up, what the channel has coming up, So that's one way of doing it, is you would say, hey, sign up for my own email notifications so I can tell you when I post new videos, and I can remind you when we're going live so that everybody knows when to show up. So that's one way of doing it. You would need a landing page, you would need a way to collect emails, and then you would just need an email responder so that you're able to actually send out these emails. That's the first way to actually convert YouTube subscribers from traffic that you rent into traffic that you own. The second thing you could do is create some sort of lead magnet. So for the WNBA podcasts in particular, an example of this is actually from the Adrienne Ross show. There was a moment where she was talking about how a lot of her subscribers have been thanking her because she teaches them about the game of basketball. And that's one thing that I've always really liked about her podcast, because I've never really been a basketball fan, but she teaches us about the game of basketball simultaneously while, commenting on how ridiculous the WNBA is. So one of the things that, for instance, she could do is create a free PDF download that teaches you about the game of basketball. And you could take, let's say, like a basketball crash course, so that when you're watching it, you could have a bit more information and insight into what you're watching. And that would be, for instance, a one-time download. You would say, hey, give me your email address so that I can send you notifications when our YouTube channel always posts these videos. And in return, I'm going to give you a basketball crash course on what to look for and the best things, and more importantly, what basketball professionals are actually looking for. Because when I'm watching basketball as a newbie, one of the things the WNBA always, comments on is that we are all uninformed. So fine, we're uninformed. Well, Adrienne Ross could create a crash course on what basketball is, maybe even a little bit of the history of basketball and how it's evolved over the years. All this would take is a simple way to opt in. So you're collecting email addresses, and it would have a landing page where you could just post, one page. It would be a digest. It could also be a PDF that you send via email. This would also help with your open rate, because one of the things about email is you need people to actually open them. Otherwise, your emails will get thrown into spam. But if you have people who actually open your emails, as in the people who really want these notifications that your channel has been posting new videos, then they are going to open these emails. They're going to click the links and they're going to go watch the video. So it means that if YouTube doesn't tell them, that means that you can. And the last idea I have is, say that your main job, say that you do your podcast for fun, and there's something else of value that you could provide to your audience. It would be along the same lines as my idea for the Adrienne Ross show, except it would be a little different. Or say you wrote a book, say you have a blog, say you have some other form of content that you could offer because really, the key ingredient here is you are going to exchange value for this email address. Now, all of these subscribers have a motivation to give you their email address in the first place, because like I said, everyone has kind of said it in one way, shape, or form that YouTube is not sending out these notifications. And so immediately, because people are commenting on it, that means they do want to give you their email to get these notifications, to know when your videos are being posted. So by default, they do actually want to give you their email so that you set this up subsequently. However, there's going to be your, average viewer that perhaps hasn't commented. Like for me, I have, I don't get the notifications, but that's because I am subscribed to the channels and I'm seeking out these videos, versus somebody who's maybe not actively looking for your videos. They're a casual viewer. Then you would really want them to have that email notification so that maybe if they're not on YouTube actively looking for your videos, they still get a notification that you posted a new one. If you, like me, are also an avid WNBA podcast watcher and you've come across this video and you know some of these podcasts and they struggle with this, please go ahead and share this video link with them, because then I can help them set this up for themselves so that you can get those notifications. But I wanted to create this video because not only does it help the WNBA podcasts, it helps all YouTubers in general, because even if you're creating political content, if you're creating this, if you're creating that is a tad bit controversial, then true crime, then there is a chance that your notifications are being stifled by YouTube, and not due to anything other than it's a controversial topic. So how do you take control of that? You convert your subscribers into traffic you own, and you do that through a few very simple steps that would take you not very long to set up, and it would give every single person an opportunity to give you their email, and then you can tell them every time that you post a new video. So if you find this video and you think it's helpful, please give it a like, subscribe. Happy Funnelmas, and I will see you on the next one. Thanks for tuning into Business Fundamentals with me, the Business Cowgirl. And if you want more free, awesome content just like this to help your business grow and develop online from a seasoned expert in business technical architecture. But if you really want your business to grow, then I highly recommend you check out my weekly newsletter, Winning Business, from somebody who's been a business consultant for the last 10 years, helping businesses create efficient and effective workflows to help their businesses save them time, money, and resources. What does that really mean? It means the answer to the question of what you need to build for where your business is trying to go. So when you're ready, those links are always down in all my video descriptions for you. So to be continued.